My name is Professor James Dundas. I saw a video on a fellow that had a cutaway of a Benjamin pellet rifle, and he showed how it worked. And then he took another Benjamin pellet rifle and he repaired it, and I thought he did an excellent job. I looked to see if there was anything on Benjamin pistols and repairing, and I came across one that he started taking it apart, couldn't get it apart, and mentioned that he might have to unbraze it. And I thought, oh my, I'd be ruining the gun. So what I've done is I've taken the Model 130 and here's a model numbers are on the back on the older models. On the newer models on the side. So now to take this apart, you're going to need a few tools. One, the syringe is just for oil. Make sure if you get one, I use a glass one. I think it's a little nicer. It'll last a little longer. And grind off the end because you don't want that to stick somebody. Possibly a small hammer, a dowel rod so you can rest the gun on, another rod to see if it's loaded, and maybe a little piece of metal for locating a pin. A flashlight could be handy, and I use a paper clip ground down on the end to take this apart. So without any more, let's take it apart. This is the muzzle end. A screw on the end right here. A screwdriver in that screw slot. Another thing that you also need, looks kind of handy, is a little parts bowl and a can with a rag in it so you can test fire it. Make sure there's nothing in it. Once you got that screw out, this pin right here will press out. Sometimes just a little tapping. And into the parts bowl. Once that pin is out, this will slide forward. This is the muzzle plug. If you notice, this side, not the same. Large opening, small opening. That'll become important in just a few minutes. Parts bowl. Now that that's out, this fella took, and you can get the first lever out, but you can't get the second one. And if I show you this close, right here, there's the pin. But now, if you try to push the pin out this way, it will not come out. It's not lined up. You have to rotate this to where you barely see that pin. We'll rotate it to we're up to the top to where you can barely see it. Now you can just barely see it. And it's lined up a little. It comes right out. Just like that. Out comes the lever. Now that the lever's out, you need to slide. This is the part that more than likely is going to go bad. This is a pump rod right here. This is only 3 models has this type of pump rod in it. It's the Benjamin 130, 132, and 137. The original one was made of leather, and they don't make the leather one anymore, and they don't make these leather inserts for this model. If there's enough interest, I'll show you how to make the leathers for these. It's real easy. And if you have a piece of deer hide, it's even quicker and easier. The normal of the older pump rods look like this. This is the pump rod seal, leather, and you can still get them. There's a little trick about putting these in. That insert inside is brass, and it might be too big. You might have to grind it down a little. Okay, now that you've found this, it's most important that when you get the new one, you unscrew this, take this out, and when this goes in, it has to go down, so when it pulls back, that hole has got to be open. So you keep adjusting it until you can see that hole is open. When you got the new parts, put this in. Now there is no up or down. The slot has to go, of course, like this. And then the first lever you put in is the little one. And this comes out real easy, and it just does not like to go in, really. It can be a little trying. But the bottom line is, you keep doing it until you get it lined up. And it's, of course, difficult to see in here. There now. I can't pull, yeah, see, if it pulls out, it's not in, obviously. So you do it again. And this does take some time. Slide it forward until you can see the hole. Back it up. That pin is in there. Now you have to put this one in. So you lift this up and carefully slide it in. Sometimes you need to take a little smaller and make sure this is here. There. Now that won't come out. So now carefully take the small pin, take your locator out, press it down, and it's not going to go in. The reason is it's still sticking up a little. So now you know it can't go through all the way, so just press it down just a little. There it goes. Now that that's in, you need to put in the second lever. That's ready. Now, the muzzle plug. As you recall, large opening, small opening. Large opening has to go down towards the lever. Line it up with the pin. Make sure it's lined up. It's good. This notch right here has to go to the other side. That's what the screw is going to tighten against. This goes in, you might have to tap just a little. Okay, turn it over. Put the screw in. Boy, try not to lose these screws. They're really expensive and hard to find. They're hard for me to find anyway. Okay, that's tight. And now, see that? See how easy that is to do? Not difficult at all. And I thought that was in there. Of course not. Okay. Gonna slide in the, now we slide in the lever. Make sure that it's in there this time. Now it's tight. Okay. If something will go wrong, it will. Of course. The screw is in. It's tight. Good. Now, cock is here, and let's just see. Make sure that there's nothing in here. As you can see, nothing in here. But we're going to discharge it into the can anyway. Oh, 3 pumps should be enough. Close it, there's nothing in it, and it fires. Okay, a little more information about this. The 130, the 132, and the 137. They're all the 3 same kind of models. The first model, the 130, shot BBs. The only difference between this gun and the 132 is the 130 has a suppository for a BB. A pellet may not shoot in here. The 132 is designed for pellets, 22 caliber. 130 is .177. The 137 looks just like this, but it's only 1.77 caliber. That's the difference between the 3. Take your time, don't hurry, make sure it's together right. And I hope it's helped you.